Hello everybody, and welcome to a strange episode, although it is a new episode of Hearthstone. So I figured we would play a little bit of Hearthstone while we wait for new series to pop up on the channel. We're just waiting for certain games to come out, but Hearthstone would make a really good filler. I don't know if this series will stick around or if you guys will hate it, but if you guys like it, then obviously we'll continue to do it. And since this is the first episode, I think I should mention that I'm going to quickly, because it is a really easy game to learn, I'm going to quickly teach you guys how to actually play the game by doing a game. So we're going to play, and I'll show you kind of how it all works. But this isn't going to be our normal episode type. For the most part, we're going to be doing the arena when I do these videos, which is way more fun. It is wacky and silly, and it's also very strategic. So it'll be more fun to watch, at least. So let's actually just play a game. So I am not going to play in ranked, so we'll unranked. As you see, though, my rank is almost 3-star diamond, which is pretty good. So we're going to play my Druid in an unranked mode. And then we'll play my Rogue, which is a silly deck, in the unranked mode too. But you have heroes to choose from, obviously, and it is, set in the Warcraft universe. So you have, like, the Mage, the Druid, the Priest, the Warlock, Paladin, Priest, stuff like that. And usually each of those types of decks have themes to them. So, like, the Mage is going to play Fireballs, Pyroblasts, stuff like that. And the Druid is going to play trees, and he's going to be able to heal himself. So I'm going to be facing a Rogue. Now, we get to have this first little draw here, and this is actually another person. And I will actually put those away, but I'll kind of show you each card has a cost, right? So you see 2, 2, and 0. Now, unfortunately, I have all spells here, but the spells oh, perfect. The spells can be used, like, gain 2 mana crystals this turn only, and the mana is what, is the cost of the cards. Now, I'm going to end my turn because there's really nothing. I could play that, but I'm not going to. And every turn, you gain 1 mana crystal. So on my next turn, I'll have 2, and it goes all the way up to 10. These are the 2 heroes and the 2 abilities. So she can summon a dagger, so a weapon, that will pop up on this side. And I can give myself 1 attack and 1 armor for this turn, and then the armor will stay, but the attack will disappear. So let's play a card. This is how this works. I could have saved that and just destroyed a weapon, but I have another one of those in the deck, so I'm not too concerned. And we'll end my turn there. I could have innervated in Wild Growth, but I'm going to save that. Wild Growth gains me an empty mana crystal permanently, so I basically rush myself to 10, and that helps out a lot. I don't think she should have... Okay, maybe that works a little better. I was going to say, I don't think she should have played the backstab on the minion there, but that was the way to get the combo, and that's just the Rogue's work. So, let's see here. We probably should get rid of at least one of these guys, right? And we have 3 mana, so we can't really do too much. I could draw a card. And I think that is exactly... Now, you know what? Let's just go balls to the wall, and let's just get rid of it. How about that? That way, next turn, I could take that guy out, no problem. Okay, the environment here is clickable. So while we're waiting for their turn, you can, like, get the gate to go down, or, you pick up a rock and launch it over at them. They don't actually see that happening. Okay, she's going for the rushdown deck, which makes a lot of sense, actually. A lot of rogues have been doing that. Okay, now I could just use this now and draw a card and hope for something that's a 2-coster. Okay, nope, that's not going to work. So instead, we will do this, and then we will attack her directly. And as you see, my attack will now disappear because my attack only lasts for that turn. Also, when you attack a card to a card, so say I had this card attacking this card, it defends. So while this card attacks, it still does. This one does 6 damage back to it. So if there were, a card with 3 attack, 4 health, and a card with 4 attack and 1 health, and if they attacked each other, one of those will live. Okay, I'm gonna play a big scary play here and hope that they play a removal spell. So we're gonna use this, which gives me 2 mana crystals. And this, I'm baiting him is what I'm doing. So I'm going to throw the Stormwind Champion out there. If I had any other minions, it would give it +1/1 while this minion is out there, which is really nice. But I'm trying to bait them into playing a removal spell, right? Because on the next turn, then I could play this guy, and this guy's really good. He's actually one of the best Druid cards, and the reason why is because you get 2 extra health. So he's a 4/6. He has 4 attack and 6 health. Or you could change him into a charge, which is very good as well. So, is he going to? I do not think he is. Yeah, he's just going to do 2 damage to me, which is fine because that makes it so this trades fairly evenly if I needed to. However, we're going to do something fun with it. Come on, end your turn. Yeah, you could do 3 damage. Come on. Come on, hit me. No? No, you're not going to... Okay, wow. Alrighty, I have 6 mana. I could play multiple things. I could play, you know, this and kill this guy and then do 1 damage, but I'm going to... Maybe should I save that? I think I should. I don't know. Maybe I should just clear the board because otherwise he's going to keep drawing cards. Yeah, let's get rid of this because this guy, every time he plays a spell, he'll draw a card. And you don't want your guy drawing cards against you because what happens is they'll get what's called a card advantage, what is happening right now. He has more cards in his hands, which means he has more options to deal with what I have on the board. As opposed to me, I have 3 options here. That's not very good. And I'm going to have 8 mana, so I can literally only play one of these cards, like one of these 2, and then maybe, you know, do my shapeshift. Or then, you know, I could just play the Stormwind Champion next turn, but we'll see. I'll probably end up playing this because it has taunts. Now, oh gosh, what is this going to do? Whenever you cast a spell, gain +2 attack this turn. Okay, that's not too bad. See, he's just going to take 6 damage to the face. I don't think that was the right move to do there. Then again, he didn't really have much of a choice, and sometimes that'll happen. So, let's throw out this.
Where shall I strike?
And so we have 2 things here. Charge can be attacked right away without having to wait till the next turn, and 2 health and taunt is really powerful because taunt makes it so they have to attack you with direct attacks rather, or the guy with direct attacks rather than any other person on the board or your main character. But we went with the charge there, and now we're just going to attack him directly with that, which gets me 2 armor, which is also very good. That protects me from any damage happening, and the armor is persistent. So technically speaking, I have 27 health rather than 25 and 2 armor. But it's really nice having this guy out to deal with that, because then I don't have to remove or use a removal spell to do it, which I don't have any. This guy is really scary at the beginning of the game, but right now he's not that great because I have other minions that need to be played. So if I played him, this guy would then cost 9 rather than 6. But if you played him on turn 5, he's really hard to deal with, which is why I have him there. So we'll probably play a taunt next turn. Play this. Oh, killing him down to 1 HP. Is he going to attack him directly? No, he's going to attack me. Okay, that's fine. He has another removal. There you go. I think that was a waste of that really good weapon, but, you know, oh well. So we'll draw a card, we'll see what we get. So Battle Cry is casted when they come out on the board, so the Battle Cry is to give me a card. I think we should play the Stormwind Champion, which means this guy can't die directly to anything that he can necessarily do normally. Usually it's 2 damage, or if he has an execute, or not an execute, I don't remember the name, eviscerate or something, it just destroys the minion entirely. Assassinate, that's it. So he has that. Which is nice to get him to use that, actually. I should say. Ooh, a golden card. That's pretty cool. It's nice to get him to use that assassinate directly, because now I can play this taunt, and if he has another assassinate in, then I have another freaking taunt as well. So it's fairly nice. Now, let's just... Let's just attack directly. I should clear the board. I should make sure I have board control here. However, That being said, he can't attack me. He has to attack into this guy directly. So if he wants to, he's going to lose both of those guys anyways, unless he has some type of removal. So it's kind of bad for him. And I have another one that I'm going to be playing next turn too. So it's a fairly good position I've gotten myself into here. And the Druid, at least for how I've built my deck, because I've put these cards in here from the collection that I have. Ooh. He's going to break down to 1 HP, and then he's just going to... That's an efficient trade. That's a very good job on his part. But he's using all this removal to get rid of, some big guys. And I got even bigger guys in here. Because as I was saying, I've got a lot of really dangerous cards in my deck, and I've built it for the end game. So what we could do is we could play 2 cards. Really get the scary presence on the board, because that's what we need right now. We need presence on the board. So I think we should play this, pull him as a taunt, and then play this.
Job's done.
Because if he doesn't get rid of that, he's dead in 2 turns if he doesn't get rid of this, basically. He'll probably have to get rid of this, unless he just sits on his butt, which I doubt that he will. And I know he has more removal, and I'm trying to bait him to use one of them, at least on one of these guys, so then I can play the Lord of the Arena. And I've been keeping a track of all of the removal he does have. He's used 1 Assassinate, which means he has 1 more. Because in these game modes, you can only have 2 of 1 card, unless it's the Arena, where it breaks the rules, which is why I was saying it's a lot more fun. So what's he playing? So there's his Assassinate, perfect. I was hoping he would actually do that, because the Lord of the Arena, in my opinion, is a better card, right? So now he has to work his way through this by hitting it with at least 2 things. So maybe his Gadget Sand guy with one of his Defias, and then leaving this guy up, which isn't too bad, but it'll be interesting to see how he deals with this, or if he's going to use yet another removal card. Come on, play it.
This guy's toast.
And then he's probably just going to trade directly with his Gadget Sand Auctioneer. Nope, he's going to take both of his Defias out. I think that was a mistake. Because if I pull a swipe next turn, I could easily kill this guy, which I don't, which is terrible. So we'll play this guy, we'll play this, we'll armor up, because we need the armor, and there's really nothing I could do by attacking one of his guys, so instead I'm just going to attack him directly. Plus I'm down to 13 health, which is bad mojo, let's be honest. So he's used both of his Assassinates, so there's no way he could just destroy this guy directly. He could do damage to it, which is probably what we're going to see here. Which is going to draw him another card. Dank spells. The next spell you cast this turn costs 3 less. So he's just card drawing. He's got no options for this right now. The reason he played that your spells cost 0 is because he could hope for pulling a card because of the Gadget Sand Auctioneer, and he did. He pulled a Sprint, which then he's able to use, so that way he can pretty easily get more options, and Sprint draws him 4 cards, which is it's a fairly good card to use in this kind of situation where he has no options for this. Because this, if he doesn't take care of this turn, then it's going to be up yet another HP, because this character gives him 1 HP at the end of one of my turns. So he might attack it directly. That's 3 damage, which would bring it down to 3. Okay, so he's going to take 6 damage to the face. That's his option. I think that's a pretty bad option.
I'm almost out of cards.
So he's going to do 4 damage. He's actually running out. And then he's going to trade probably with one of his SI guys. And I'm top decking right now. I have no options. Chances are I'm going to lose this because he pulled a really good option there with the... what is that card's name? Eviscerate? Yeah, so that's the Eviscerate. However, I could do this, which is nice. Then I could do this. Just trade. I could put armor on. So I'll only take 1 damage from that. That's not bad. So next turn, if I survive to next turn, he's going to be taking damage because he's out of cards. Which is not a good spot to be in. Now he has no options. And the best part is I know for a fact that I have Ooh. Ah, that's GG. So that was well played. What I was going to say is I know for a fact that I have a character that has 8 attack, 8 taunt coming up. Or 8 attack, 8 health, and has taunt coming up. So that would have been a really bad thing for him. Okay, let's play one more game. This is my rogue murloc deck. I know, it's silly. And I was experimenting with it, and it's kind of fun. It's fun to play if you get the right draw. But otherwise, it's fairly terrible. Rogues right now aren't in the best position. And I should mention that BlizzCon's going on right now during when I'm recording this. And they actually just announced that the open beta will be opening sometime in December, hopefully. So there you go. It'll be really fun to get you guys in and playing this. But I should also mention that from here on, these episodes will primarily be me playing. Dude, it is like 9 o'clock in the morning. Deal with it. It's super freaking early for me. We're going to remove that assassinate and keep all those other murlocs. Would be me playing the arena. Oh, this is a good start. It's just all murlocs. Just greetings. Hey.
The pleasure is mine.
So, you know what? We're going to play murloc. This is the best part about the murloc deck is you would just have so many murlocs.
I hope you like my
Delicious coffee. Okay. What can we play now? Well, we can make this really annoying for him by playing this, by playing this. Then I could trade, and he's still alive after. It's pretty radical. And then we're going to play 2 murlocs and 2 murlocs. Or 2 murlocs and hopefully another murloc. Because we won't have enough mana to play both of these. Oh, what? You don't like my murlocs? Oh, silence. Silence. Silence basically removes the effect of the card, which is really annoying. Well, I think I should play both of these together. So I'm gonna shiv. I'm gonna draw a card, see if I can pull another murloc. I do, which is really nice. So we're gonna put this down. That gives it 4 attack. And then I'm gonna play both of these, and both of these will have, you know, this summons a 1/1, which will be a 2/1, and this will be a 3/1. So this is about to get really messy for him. Let's let's do this. This is gonna be funny. Let's just fill the board with murlocs. Murlocs everywhere. Suddenly, he is in a really bad position. Like a really bad position to be in.
Thank you.
This is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun game. See, this is why I like my murloc deck, because you get people like, oh, damn. But if he has a Holy Nova, they're all dead anyways. No, he doesn't. Perfect. See, how much damage could I do to him? I could do 1, 2, 5, 8, 12, 14, 15. Which brings him down fairly low. So I think that really we should...
So many options.
I think we should put this down. And we should give this guy 1/1. Because we want to keep him alive a little longer, right? We're going to sap this guy. That way he can't play until the turn after. Oh, there's a graphical bug there. Don't mind him.
I can't do that.
Look at all of that damage. He is pretty much boned next turn unless he has a Holy Nova. And even if he has a Holy Nova, I still have, you know, a guy that will live through it because it does 2 damage. Of course, he's going to play it again. Makes sense, let's be honest. He's going to heal himself because that's what priests do. Alternatively, I could just kill it. So we're just going to do this. Which brings it down to 3 health. Now I could use... I think I'm just going to trade... I'm going to trade a guy either way, right? Yeah, let's... No. Let's just kill him.
Well played.
Well played.
I don't know what I'm thinking. That's one of the first questions you should ask yourself no matter what when you're in a situation like this. Can I kill him on this turn? Yeah. That was a quick game. That was a fun game to kind of show you that you can do some silly things. Let me show you real quick before we end. So you have your collection. At the top, you can choose between, you know, like your mage stuff, your hunter stuff, your priest stuff. Well, you also have, you know, just general collection stuff. This is usually some of the better cards, and you could just kind of scroll through it. And there's some fun stuff in here. But as you can see, I mean, it's sorted out, and you can easily make a deck by, you know. Let's actually look at my Druid deck, right? So we click on this. I could easily remove things and put things in, but I have this specific Druid card that I was talking about, which is it's an 8/8 taunt. I was hoping to pull this, and I never did during that Druid game. And the reason why is because he had no way to deal with it at that point. He had so many removal spells that he used on everything else that if I had pulled this and put this out, he would have been SOL. Let's be honest. That would have actually helped win the game there for me. It would have turned the tides, but I never pulled one, which sucks. But you have, you know, all these other little cards that you can get, which is quite cool. And you can look through your deck. You can look to see how this one's balanced. I have a lot of 2 consters, which are mostly spells, let's be honest. And the rest is all fairly balanced. However, if you look at my rogue deck, it's like all 2s, right? And the reason why is because I have all those murlocs, and that it's just fun. I can win the game early if I get good card draw like I did on that one. But for the most part, you want your mana curve to be fairly balanced. So, in the next episode, we'll be playing Arena. It'll be a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know if you guys will enjoy the Arena when you do see it. You can like the video or comment or all of that stuff, and it'll help determine whether I keep doing these or not. I'm fairly decent at the game. I'm not perfect, but I'm decent, so I can play some really cool stuff here and there. So it should be interesting. But on that note, we shall see you guys next time.